Hey, welcome to This Old Nerd Goes to a Sale at the Used Bookstore. I've got a used bookstore in the area called Liberty Bookshop, and they have a sale twice a year. One sale in the wintertime goes on for about a month. It's like a third off everything under $5 in the store. And that goes on for like a month. And then in the summer, there's 1 week of sale where it's half off everything in the store. I I like any excuse to go to a used bookstore, so these sales work for me. My wife and I went there the other morning. She got a couple like cozy mystery type books, paperbacks, and this is everything that I got right here. I'm gonna start right off with this nice hardcover of Robert E. Howard's The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian. I imagine this is a compendium of several of the stories, first stories that Howard wrote of Conan. I'm assuming. I haven't even looked through it. I just bought it because I collect Conan books. I've got a bunch of paperbacks, but I don't have any nice hardcovers like that one. That's a really nice one with a dust jacket and everything. um, Christmas Ghosts. I just bought it because it's a horror paperback, in pretty decent shape. Christmas Ghosts, 17 Great Ghost Stories. There was the BBC put out something called Christmas Ghost Stories back like in the 60s, 70s. Just every year they would put out like a Christmas ghost story movie on television. So it was kind of like an annual event. And that's what made me think of this. I haven't seen those yet, but I desperately want to see them someday. And it made me think this when I saw this book, made me think of that movie series. So, but since I like horror paperbacks, I grabbed that. And speaking of horror paperbacks, here's another one. Just cool cover. The back looked cool. A Civil War mystery. Yeah, sounds good to me. And one more horror. Wake of the Werewolf. This book is like maybe there's one other book by this author Jeffrey Kane. I think it's maybe about a vampire. I can't remember, but he wrote monster books, and he only wrote these two. And I'm trying to write my own werewolf movie script actually. So any little bit of inspiration I can get from something like this helps in that department. And this is, I don't know if this is horror or not. I Fred Saberhagen wrote a whole bunch of Dracula novels, and they cross over with Sherlock Holmes at some point, and I don't know. The concept sounds cool, and this is the first book in the series. Pretty decent condition. I imagine it's an early edition of this paperback. Copyright 1975. Ace first printing January 1980. Yeah, so I've been wanting to read that for a while, so here we go. I am collecting these little Ace science fiction classic editions of Edgar Rice Burroughs books. I think this is the fifth one I've found. This one's probably in the worst condition. The other four that I have are really nice shape. This one, it's got some tape on it, so its cover is about to come off probably. But these books are tough. Like this thick cardstock cover, really heavy duty, and yeah, it's not in bad shape. So I'll add that to the collection. A few more Edgar Rice Burroughs books. These Tarzan books. They must have printed them in a as a serial. So this is 3, 4, and 5. Awesome cover art on these guys. Let's see if I can find some more of them at some point. Fill in that gap. This is another Western series, 12, 13, and 14 or 22 of a series called Shelter, and I guess these are like adult adventure, like lots of blood and guts and skin. But I found a bunch of these at this same bookstore a couple months ago and got a bunch of them. So these must have come in the same collection, and I didn't find them the first time through. So I grabbed these to go along with some of the other ones that I already got. This book's been in the news recently. I guess a new a new novel. Like there was Dangerous Visions edited by Harlan Ellison, and then I think there was one called Again Dangerous Visions by Harlan Ellison, and it's just a collection of short stories by a bunch of different authors, science fiction. But apparently a new one just came out. Harlan Ellison died, so the new version that just came out is edited by the writer who created the TV show Babylon 5. And a lot of people like Babylon 5. I had that on my to watch list. Haven't seen it yet, but he wrote Spider-Man for Marvel Comics for quite a while. I think he's writing Captain America right now, but there's a lot of controversy, I guess, over it. I'm not exactly sure I understand, but like I feel like people didn't think that J. Michael Straczynski was the proper person to edit a follow-up to this. His Dangerous Visions aren't quite the same as Harlan Ellison's Dangerous Visions, I guess. I don't know, but this is a cool book. Except it's like it's split right in half. Alan Dean Foster is another collection of short stories, but they're all by Alan Dean Foster. I collect his stuff too. I've got a whole bunch of Alan Dean Foster paperbacks, and I don't think I have any of his short stories though, unless I have it in like a science fiction digest of some kind. And of course, this one, which I already talked about. This is really nice. This yeah, 13 tales and one poem. And I'm assuming these are probably the first, our introduction to Conan. But it's even got some drawings, some illustrations in here somewhere buried. Only a couple of them. That's cool. Yeah, that's a really nice shape. Except for somebody sharpied the top of it, but other than that, that's a cool book. So there you go. That's my used bookstore sale haul. I have way too many books, but I can't help it. I love them. I love paper. I would love to have a room where it's just every wall is a bookshelf full of books. And I probably almost have enough to do that at this point. So I got to stop. Anyway, if you guys have any cool comments on details or trivia about any of these books I showed, please share it below and like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.